Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and also an update on our $1 Million Challenge, so please stay tuned. In the previous video we did a stock update on ticker symbol SABA and also for ticker symbol AQST. We also introduced a new stock for stock analysis, ticker symbol XERS, also known as Ceres Biopharmaceuticals, and carried out some due diligence for this stock. So this is a stock that's got huge potential, so please refer back to the previous video for details of all three stocks. Before we start today's stock analysis, quick reminder of the $1 Million Challenge. So if anyone's not aware of this, this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is to try to achieve 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. And it's not 201 consecutive trades. We do take into account losses. And once you join us on the challenge, you'll get access to an in-depth exclusive strategy video which explains the process in much more detail, step by step, and also with the intention to minimize risk. You'll also get access to our Discord community, which is now well in excess of 300, where people will be sharing due diligence, research, buy alerts, etc. You'll also get access to the Discord, which gives sections such as an agreement, FAQ. You can chat and ask questions in there, and also get access to our stock spreadsheet. The spreadsheet is something that's updated weekly with low and medium risk stocks. It's used color coordinated signals to indicate potential buy, potential risky buy using Google Finance formula. And this is a live spreadsheet updated weekly, in which you will also get access to. And finally, we also have a leaderboard to celebrate success of people doing well in the challenge. So this is used for motivational purposes. So join us on this journey, details in description below. Before we start today's stock analysis, we're going to do a quick update on ticker symbol MMAT Metamaterials, which is a stock that has been featured on a few times on the channel. There has been another significant attack. We're going to look at that shortly. Before we look at that, I'm going to quickly have a quick update in terms of what George has been up to in terms of social media. So on the screen here, we can see there has been a positive tweet. So we can see here that George has tweeted here the Holy Grail. I think that was deliberate, even though people may think he should have stated Holy Grail. So let's go with the Holy Grail. And he said here, in medical diagnostics is accurate, non-invasive glucose sensing for type 1 diabetes. Our UK team has been working for several years to develop GlucoWise with its patented multi-sensor and wave transceiver metamaterial based gluco-wise.com. So a great tweet there, again, in terms of something that is there for the future, something there for the long term. He's also followed up here in terms of more specifics by saying the UK team has been diligently developing the tech over the years with great results captured in peer-reviewed scientific publications such as nature.com, and he's added a link. And finally at the bottom he's also said there's a list for the rest. The continuous stream of published research results will continue towards product certification for diabetes management. So following on from George's positive tweet, what I'd now like to share with you here is another attack on the company. And surprise, this attack is from Kerrisdale Capital again. This time they've come out with some very strong words and a strong allegation, in my opinions, that could potentially require a legal response. So let's have a look at why I think it could be requiring a legal response from potentially Georgia and the company. And let's have a look at the tweet in question. So what they've said here is, we'll take a break from scams like CEI and MMAT this morning to publish on the one SaaS midcap that has inexplicably evaded the high multiple crash as the growth bubble has burst. Merry Xmas. So again, very strong language here. I think George and his team and his legal team need to review this tweet. There's a strong allegation that they are making here that companies CEI and MMAT are scams. So I think this is potentially something they need to investigate. There was in my previous video a shout out to one of the investors who has created a petition. So please refer back to the previous video on Metamaterials, where in this petition companies like Kerrisdale Capital have been identified as attacking Metamaterials. Unfortunately, I think there is some success in terms of their attacks creating a downturn in the share price. That's very unfortunate. So again, for people who believe in the company, certainly in the long term, Hopefully this comes back. Let's to bite companies like Kerrisdale Capital. Let's follow on by having a look at some responses to this tweet. So now I'd like to give a shout out here to Mike Wells, who's followed on and replied to the tweet in question, and he's stated here, 1000% sure my portfolio has done better than your portfolio this year. So another shout out here to you down with OPP, and he's stated here, very interesting tweet here. He said, who's the real scammer here, question mark. And he's posted a story here from cnbc.com, and in this story we can see the hedge fund is in hot water. So the founder of this hedge fund, by a person by the name of Sam Adrangi, was arrested on $1,000 bail. So let's now have a look at why he was arrested. So delving a little bit deeper into this article, we can see that Sam Adrangi, the founder and chief investment officer of Kerrisdale Capital, was in the past arrested for drunk driving, possession of cocaine, and also a 2-car smash up after he was driving allegedly in the wrong direction. So I do find it ironic that this person now has the audacity to call Metamaterials a scam organisation. So certainly not the integrity and character of a person that I would expect to make such a bold statement. Let's now finish off by having a look at some institutional buys from the latest report from Fintel, and we can see again it's all positive news from institutional buyers. We can see here that Fidelity Small Cap Index Fund have increased their holding. They have now currently in excess of 1.6 million shares, and we have a new institutional buyer here by the name of Nationwide Mutual Funds, who have now invested into Metamaterials. Let's make a start on today's stock analysis. This is a new stock to the channel, ticker symbol VTKX, also known as Viking Therapeutics. So let's start by having a quick look at the company profile. On the screen here, we can see the key headline in terms of the company is about. The company has a pipeline of novel first-in-class or best-in-class drug candidates for the treatment of metabolic and endocrine disorders. Let's have a look at the finer details of this company profile. So I'm just going to summarize the key aspects that I can find in the company profile here. So we can see the company is involved in research and development activities. It has expertise in metabolism and also develops innovative therapeutics designed to improve patients' lives. So it also has a phase 2 trial for the treatment of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. And further down, we can also see its other programs include a VK5211, which is an orally available non-steroid selective androgen receptor modulator. So this phase 2 trial involves patients recovering from hip fractures. Patients who receive this drug experience significant improvements in measures of lean body mass compared to patients who received a placebo. So again, positive news here from their phase 2 trial. Let's have a look at the pipeline, focusing on the development stages on product candidates. We can see here there are 5 trials going on. 3 of these are in phase 2. We can see 1 is in phase 1, and we can also see 1 is currently in preclinical trials. So these also include treatments for hip fractures, muscle wasting, type 2 diabetes, and from an investor point of view, again, success in any of these 3 phase 2 trials will lead to phase 3 and will also lead to a potential huge catalyst in the share price. Let's now have a look at the chart for VKTX at time of editing. So we can see here prior to today, the stock was trading well in excess of $5. And then I think the news yesterday from AQST did have an impact on many of the biopharmaceutical stocks and also an impact on VKTX. We can see it did come down at one point close to $4.75, and now at time of editing it's just up in excess of 0.3% at $4.89. In terms of volume, volume is down from the average volume is just in excess of 988,000, and currently it's 227,000. Let's have a quick look at some of the key technical indicators. We can see here from the moving averages point of view, the 20-day moving average is just below 3.71% down. The 50-day moving average is minus 13.49%, and the 200-day moving average is just down at minus 18.41%. So the stock has been trending down for a significant amount of time. It is also down in excess of 51% from its all-time high. So it certainly looks like it's due a reversal. In terms of the market cap, 361 million. The short float, 7%. And the shares float total 70 million. So again, it is potentially primed for a squeeze with good news. And we can also see in terms of the overall week right now, it is up close to 3% on the week. Let's have a look at some recent news for the company, and this is a headline here from December the 21st on Benziga, and we can see here that the company was granted a US patent for method of treating glycogen storage disease. So when a company does receive a patent like this doesn't require FDA approval. So for the company's revenue point of view, potentially great news. What I'd now like to finish off by is having a look at the price target from the analyst, and we have 5 analysts who have looked at it, and I think what's very interesting with regard to this stock is all 5 have rated it as a buy, so overall it's a strong buy. But what's also interesting here is on a low we have a price target of $14, on a high we have a price target of $20, so that's giving us a median or middle price target of $16.75. This represents a potential upside of in excess of 243%. So this is excellent news for the stock. This is also based on 12 months targets, and it's also a reflection of their current phase 2 trials and the potential for success. Finally, if you would like to get advanced notification of such stocks, as well as the stock that I shared with you yesterday, and also access to our weekly watch list, which includes potential squeeze stocks, join us in our Discord. This will also give you access to the $1 Million Challenge. You can join from as little as $9 a month. Details are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.